The fastest way to deal with envy is to run. Remove yourself from the situation. That's it. You run, you remove yourself from the situation, then you go and implement all these other things that people are always talking about in their videos when they're talking about envy and jealousy, how to overcome it. Because those are not the things that you can immediately then just stop. If somebody says stop comparing yourself, do you just stop cold turkey like that? I don't think so. It takes time for you to stop comparing yourself. It takes time to see your own greatness. It takes time. But running away, babe, that's the quickest, that's the fastest thing you can do. Today we're talking about envy, right? So a few years ago, I had a friend who cut me off because of envy. She didn't tell me at that time. She told me a few years later. Let's explain envy. Envy is the feeling of resentment, discontentment, or jealousy of another person's position or success. Back then, what happened was we were not fighting. Everything was fine. From my perspective, everything was fine. We were doing well. It's just that we were now in different places, but we're still doing fine, right? And then she just stopped talking to me cold turkey like that. She didn't give me a warning whatsoever, nothing. And I started trying to push, to try to get her to talk to me. But she didn't. At some point, I realized that, you know what she was doing, it was very intentional, it was on purpose, so I just left her alone. So now, a few years later, she explains to me what was happening back then. She tells me that she cut me off because she was envious. I was kind of hurt and shocked at that time, and also impressed. Why was I hurt? Because yes, I knew that she was dealing with, self-esteem issues and whatnot, but I just felt like it was something that we can deal with because she was a wonderful person. She was wonderful, she was smart, she was beautiful, she was kind, she was all of that, but she couldn't see it. A lot of factors influenced that, so I just felt like we can maneuver and deal with these factors so that she can see how wonderful she is. So the fact that she, at the end of the day, she still didn't see it, even though I was trying to, get her to see that, I was a little bit like, And I was shocked because there was never any sign. Let me tell you, I would be lying. There was never any sign that she was envious of me. The girl did not do anything, at least to my knowledge. She did not do anything, that a lot of envious people do. I was impressed because she saw a situation and she decided to remove herself from the whole thing so that she can deal with her own feelings. She was feeling this emotion that she knew was very dangerous. It's dangerous because it helps you justify your wrongdoing. It gives you reasons to why you were doing this, to why you were hurting people. It gives you reason and pushes you to do vile and terrible things to people. So she was able to recognize that if I stay here, something bad might happen. So I need to remove myself when nothing has happened yet. I don't know how she is right now, but I was very impressed and I commend her for removing herself from the situation before both of us were hurt along the way. I thought it was wonderful. And it just dawned on me that this is the fastest way to deal with envy. I'm saying it is the fastest way to deal with envy because you remove yourself from the situation. Now you can go and apply all these other things that people always talk about when they talk about dealing with envy and jealousy. Things like stop comparing yourself to other people, be grateful for what you have. You just recognize who you are and what you have, and you're grateful for what you have. All of those things. You can't do those things immediately and change immediately. But removing yourself from the situation is something that you can do right there and then, So I thought, I was like, she ate that. I was like, she was onto something. I mean, I know it's probably common sense. Is it common sense? Sometimes common sense is not so common, okay? I was very impressed. We have seen what envy makes people do in movies, in real life. We have seen it. It always leads to, if it's not dealt with, it always leads to horrendous outcomes, okay? And also for those of us who are Christians, the moment Saul started envying David, he started trying to kill David every corner. Every minute, every corner, he was trying to kill David.